Hi there, my name is Mike Pitt. I make videos about business and crypto. The title for today's video is Quant Price Prediction 2024. If you're new to Quant, let me point you in the direction of a video I made in May 2022. Should Quant be in your portfolio? If you haven't checked that, check that video out, because in there I do a deep dive about Gilbert Verdian, about the founders, about the main objective of Quant, and I'll give you a quick executive summary now. Quant is a very valuable crypto project because it solves one of the big problems of blockchains, and that's interoperability. That means blockchains working together. So Solana has a blockchain, Bitcoin has a blockchain, Ethereum has a blockchain. They're all different blockchains and they don't necessarily work together or talk to each other. That's a problem that Quant solves. So it scores very, very highly on utility. Also scores very highly in terms of tokenomics, because there are only 14.6 million Quant coins, and that's limited. There is a concern from my perspective that a lot of that, 31% of that, has gone to the founders and the owners, including obviously Gilbert Verdian. So 31.4% or something like that. I mentioned the actual percentage in my previous video. So if you want a deep dive, go to the earlier video and watch that in its entirety. Now, in terms of what I think will happen next year, it's currently, at the time of recording, it's $113. When I made the video in May 2022, it was around $63. So there's been some progression there. I believe there will be more progression during the bull run. I think it will be one of those altcoins that rises quite a lot. So I'm thinking 5x, 10x. So possibly around $500 to $1,000 next year. To be perfectly, to be even more conservative, let's say $300 to $1,000 next year. I can't look at 2025 yet. The reason for that is because Quant is working with lots of banks and governments, central banks in particular, to deliver and to execute central bank digital currencies. Around the world, there are over 100 countries who are looking at central bank digital currencies. Some of them have even been released, and you can look at the example in India, and also there's an example in Nigeria. I made a video about Nigeria. I will put that in the description so you can watch that and just read about the practical impact of a CBDC in a country. Now, because there are so many CBDCs being considered and being developed, and Quant is well placed to deliver all of those, I think it shows the strength of the project, it shows the utility, and it shows that it's demanded around the world. Now, let's move away from the investment decision. So from that perspective, there's lots of activity. It's a project that has a lot of development attached to it, and it's being used by lots of central banks around the world. Great. Okay, so that makes it a good investment. Let's think about some of the from a negative aspect, and this is, I believe also that CBDCs are going to be, or potentially are, a tool for the governments to control people's access to money, and not only their access to funds and finances, but what they can use that for. Perhaps they can put in preconditions in terms of you must do X, Y, and Z before your funding is released, before your CBDCs are released. And then I think it's going to be very trackable on the blockchain, what you do with your CBDCs. So that's the concern that I have, and that's a concern that lots of people have around CBDCs, and that's why there's a lot of opposition. And if you watch that video in Nigeria, you'll see there's a lot of opposition in Nigeria as well to CBDCs actually being rolled out. Here in the UK, I remember when the present Prime Minister Rishi Sunak was Chancellor, he was talking about CBDCs. It's something that I think the British government, the current British government, is keen to pursue and to follow up. Not something that I'm a big fan of. As I said, I had to detach my thoughts around the cryptocurrency Quant and the prospects for that with what Quant is actually working on and working to deliver, which is CBDCs, which I'm not a fan of and not in favour of. So there is that to consider. Those are my thoughts for the price of Quant for next year. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, let me know your thoughts around the issue of independence and the level of KYC needed to be immersed or involved in CBDC central bank digital currencies when they're rolled out. There's going to be a lot of online data around people who are receiving and then spending and what they're spending it on. It seems like a nightmare to me. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on that as well. Thanks for watching this short video. I look forward to speaking to you in the next one. Until then, peace. Don't forget to check out my socials. Peace.